So today we're talking about the driver, and I'm going to show you how to build and create a natural driver swing.
Perfect.
So we're talking about the driver, the big stick, the one that we all really enjoy hitting when we're swinging well. And for many of you, it's the golf club that really relates quite strongly to your score. If we can get the ball away off the tee, we often find the game a little bit easier and we're able to shoot lower scores. And we're talking today about how you can create a very natural swing with the driver, very little swing thoughts. And this is a great lesson for any of you out there who really feel that you've got a little bit confused with the golf swing, especially the driver. You've almost got too many swing thoughts, and over the golf ball you feel a little bit almost freeze over the ball, not sure what to do and how to take it away, and you feel like you almost need a reset. That's what we're going to do in this video. So I'd love to hear your thoughts before we get started in the comments. You know, what's your relationship currently like with the driver? Do you feel like it's a really strong club for you out on the golf course, or do you feel like you maybe fall into that category that we just mentioned, where you may be a little confused about what you should be doing and you freeze over the ball because you almost got too many swing thoughts? Let me know in the comments box. It'd be good to get an idea about you know, what your current relationship is like, as I say, with the driver. Now this lesson isn't for everybody. You know, some of you out there will be really keen to know exactly where the club should be and how to move your body and how to move your pressure. But this video is really for those golfers out there who just really want to strip it back, almost hit that reset button, and just go out there with the driver and have some really natural swing thoughts and almost free it up with the driver. So when we think about the golf swing as a whole, we really can split that into two things. We can really look at what is the body doing, how is that moving, and then what are the arms and the club doing relative to that body. And that's what we're really going to tackle in this video. We're going to give you some really simple ideas that you can take straight to the golf course, and I'm really hoping it will really free you up with the driver and give you that natural golf swing, and it'll probably help you hit more fairways and probably a little bit more distance too. So we're going to get rid of the golf club to begin with, because we're going to give you a couple of simple thoughts to work on. So how do we get the body to work better in the golf swing? Well, effectively we need some rotation. That's what we're going to focus on to begin with. Now it's really important that we preset this video by saying that we really need you to have your body relaxed. We need you to really allow movement to happen quite freely. We don't want you to create any tension through the legs, any tension through the arms, because that's going to make what we do very difficult to achieve. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your starting position, and I want you to imagine the back of your trail shoulder. So for me, that's my right shoulder. There's going to be an arrow attached to the back of my shoulder. So as I set up, that arrow will be pointing kind of somewhere over towards the first tees over there. Now, the very simple thought I want you to have in your body is that I want you to get that arrow to point at your target. So in this case, it's the flag or the green that's in the distance. So how would I do that? Well, I'm visualizing that arrow on my shoulder, and all I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and make a movement where I point that arrow towards the target obviously being down there behind me. And hopefully you can see from that camera angle that that arrow is pretty much pointing at the target. Now, it's not an exact science, we're just looking to create a position where the arrow will be roughly in that direction. Now, as I do that, you'll notice that my legs have moved, my hips have moved, my knees have moved, my body's rotated, and lots of things have had to happen to enable me to achieve that. And that's exactly why we needed you to be quite relaxed in your body. As soon as we start to lock the legs and we start to have tension, we start to make things really difficult for us to do. So in terms of your body movement, from setup, you're going to take that arrow that's on your trail shoulder and you're going to point it at the target. That's how we're going to get our body to move in the backswing. What about the arms and the club? Well, we're not really going to be too worried about what it's doing in the golf swing, but we're going to get you to think a little bit about where does the golf club want to be at the top of your golf swing. We're actually going to think about the hands. We're going to think about your thumbs. So if you imagine where my thumbs point, roughly they point down towards the club head. They point down in this way. So as you're over the ball and your arrow is pointing towards the target, I also want you to try and feel at your thumbs point towards the target, and hopefully you can see that my thumbs will be pointing pretty much down towards the green behind me. So we're not really concerned with how you're getting from the start to the top. We're just trying to build at setup a really clear image of where we'd like to be at the top of our swing. Thumbs point at the target, arrow points at the target, and I really want you to just create that as naturally as you can with as very little swing thoughts as possible. Once we've done that, we can start thinking about how we move through the ball. Now, the key thing with the driver is being committed, having freedom through the contact, and really rotating the body. So we're going to have a couple of thoughts in the body swing as well on the way through. I want you to feel on the way through that you're going to get your trail shoulder, and you're going to feel like it's pointing very much towards, again, the target that's out there, which is the green. As you do that, I want you to get the golf club shaft to rest on the back of your neck. And hopefully you can see how the golf club there is resting on the back of my neck. And if I put my trail hand on, my shoulder would feel like it's pointing down towards the green. So what we've really done is we've taken a starting condition. We've created a mental image of where we'd like to be at the top of our golf swing with our 2 reference points. And we've created a visual reference point for where we'd like to be at the end of the golf swing with the shoulder at the target and the club on the neck. And if we can sort of hit those 2 points, we're actually ticking off quite a lot of things there. We're ensuring that the body is rotating nice and freely. We're ensuring we get the hands into a really nice position at the top of the golf swing. By getting the club shaft to rest on my neck on the way through, it's ensuring that I'm committing to the hit and I'm really releasing that club head. And by focusing on the shoulder, I'm really working on rotating my body through the golf ball. So when we actually kind of look into there with a little bit more detail, there's actually lots of things that are going on, but on the course, it's very, very simple. And when we keep it simple and we have these key checkpoints that we're trying to hit, our golf swing can be very natural, it can be very free, and it can feel very, very relaxed to you where you're on the golf course. So let's go ahead and hit one. So I'm really going to just focus on those key points. I'd still like to go through my full routine, ensuring that I'm set up correctly with my alignment good. But from there, arrow at the target, thumbs at the target, and follow through. Now that ball's gone a little bit up the left, but that's not a bad drive. It was committed, it hit the centre of the glove, it went a good distance, it was on a good flight, and although that wasn't a perfect drive, it felt really easy. There wasn't any swing thoughts there. I felt very relaxed over the ball. The swing felt nice and smooth. I committed to it. The club had lots of speed. And for many of you on the golf course, that's going to be absolutely fantastic for you. You get really, really good results like that. What I see far too often, and golfers can often go down this kind of rabbit hole of looking for a swing thought or a swing tip or a backswing change, and we can get almost frozen over the golf ball where there's too many swing thoughts, and the golf swing can become very kind of robotic and focusing too much on movements, and we lose the flow and we lose the rhythm and we lose the speed, and we lose that feeling of it's a very natural flow to it. Remember, this is a golf swing. We're looking to swing the club around our body, and what we've covered in this little exercise is really going to help you achieve that. And like I said right back at the start, you can take those thoughts straight to the golf course. You don't really need to go to the practice area. It's probably not a bad idea to do that, but straight on that first tee, look at the target, focus on those checkpoints, commit to it. It's going to feel very natural, and I'm really hoping that it's going to allow you to hit some better drives next time you play. And like I said, better drives mean more fun and mean lower scores. So thanks for watching. Usual stuff is down below. There's a like box, there's a like button I should say down there, there's a comments box. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video, and if you're not a subscriber, there is a link up here in the corner. It is absolutely free. I'd love you to be part of this community. I really believe these videos can help you play some better golf and enjoy your time on the golf course just that little bit more. Thanks for watching.